Welcome to Akhtar Bro Does
Rate the Yodas!
What was that? It's the theme song. But anyways, we're not here to play music. Today, we're here for something much more important, as you might know from your shirt, your own shirt that you're wearing. But I'm sure as many people know that in this day and age, Star Wars is everywhere. You can't really escape it. It's movies, TV shows, animated shows, spin-off movies, Borgullets, video games, books, just about any medium you can think of. There's something Star Wars in it. Think of a medium without Star Wars in it.
Sand sculptures.
I feel like I'll be able to find something Star Wars sand sculpture and put it right here.
Is
and
sand
if I
sculptures
can't,
a thing?
yeah.
Yeah?
I don't
Sculptures
know. Well,
out of sand?
well, it's right there.
Some sort of sand art.
But
at the very least.
I hate sand.
It's coarse and raw.
And it gets
That's
everywhere.
everywhere.
But, anyways, the last couple months have been very Star Wars heavy, and I myself have been watching a lot of Star Wars things, and not quite recently I was watching Star Wars Rebels, and to my surprise, there was Yoda made an appearance in that. And my first thought was, wow, that is the jankiest Yoda I've seen since The Last Jedi. And I was like, wow, that might actually have some competition. And it gave me an idea that today I've brought for you an assortment, if you will, of Yodas throughout the ages and mediums.
Yoda through the years.
Yeah, and so I've brought these Yodas together, and I'm going to present them to you one by one, about 10 Yodas. And so then you'll put them in order of what you think is best to worst Yoda.
Sounds good to me.
But and I'll give my own opinions as we go through too. So let's get yodeling. We're back.
Yes.
And I have now my assorted tiny pictures of the Yodas that I will present to you guys just in post. So it's easier.
Post-production.
But for us, we have these little pictures so that Aidan can order them in whatever order he thinks. And I've got the iPad here for large scale
analysis.
Prime visuals, I think.
I'm the Yoda expert today.
Yeah.
Look,
well, you will
look
be
at
after this. Oh yeah, there's more on the back. He's pretty wrinkly, but I guess that kind of works to the advantage. If you got a wrinkly sweater,
Yeah,
it's just
he's a wrinkly
older Yoda.
I'm gonna get that actually tattooed on my back.
I was gonna say before we continue, the Yodas that I've chosen are exclusively Yoda himself. No Yaddles or the child, Baby Yoda, as he's more familiar. Exclusively the man, the myth, the legend, named Yoda himself. And also the second thing is this show is not an exclusively Star Wars show. We'll do other things.
Yeah.
But the first two episodes just happen to be Star Wars.
Yeah.
We like Star Wars. Yeah. And so without further ado,
we'll
get into it. Here is your first Yoda, which actually, that's not this. This is a picture of the dog leaning on the couch like a human. I might throw it up for everyone to see, our freakish dog. This first Yoda, it actually surprised me a lot more when I was going through and going to look at the many Yodas. There is just about as many freaky looking Yodas as there are regular looking Yodas.
Oh boy.
So this first one that I bring you is the original Phantom Menace Yoda, the puppet, and there he is.
Looks like he's screaming.
Yeah, I made sure to get a really good picture of him.
Yeah, that is a good one. It gives me like Dark Crystal vibes.
It does.
Something about it just isn't Yoda. You know, it's
Yoda's brother.
It's Yoda's
You do.
Without further, you do.
Yeah.
It looks like Yaddle looks kind of like this.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, young Yoda and old Yoda have always looked kind of different.
Your Yoda token.
Yeah, my Yoda token. Well, by default, this is the best one.
Okay.
This is simultaneously the best and worst one.
Okay, so he's got 0 position right now.
0 position.
All right. But at the same time, he's the one to beat.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
I don't know. Yeah, it looks kind of like Yoda's like
it's a
crazy
lot weirder
brother.
than you remember too.
It's the crazy Uncle Yoda.
Yeah. Okay, and so the next Yoda that I'm presenting is his replacement,
CGI,
the CGI Yoda
of the prequel trilogy.
Yeah.
And yeah, see,
and this is the Phantom Menace replacement. It's just about I think the pictures that I've got are from the same scene, just about.
Is there a difference between Phantom Menace replacement and the rest of like Clone Wars or Attack of the Clones?
That will be yet to be seen.
Okay, well, yeah, I don't know which one of these is.
Which do you like better?
See, I appreciate the practicality of the first guy, but like it doesn't like to me personally.
Yeah.
This looks more like
I think he's a
Yoda.
better looking Yoda, yeah.
It looks more like Yoda as I have known him.
Yeah, and that may be because that's what they settled on and continued with.
This is just sort of the Yoda you're more exposed to.
Yeah, you're more accustomed to seeing.
And it honestly looks closer to the original puppet when you look at them.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think I'm putting the CGI guy.
I think I agree with that too.
In front for now, just because like looking at them side by side, he really doesn't look like he's the crazy uncle of the Yoda family.
Yeah. All right, and so then next we've got the Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith Yoda. This is I don't know how much of a difference there is between this Yoda and the.
I think it's
Phantom
probably
Menace
just
Yoda.
a little more polished.
Yeah, just a little more polished. He does a lot more fighting. You know. I think he maybe Yoda hit the gym a bit. The Phantom Menace one looks quite scrawny and frail.
Yeah.
Which is not bad for a Yoda. This one just seems a bit more fit.
Yeah.
He ate a bit more during the Clone Wars. He was stress eating.
Yeah. I think this one just goes in front just because like
this is the polished version.
It's kind of the polished version. I like what Yoda does more in Revenge of the Sith, which is where this picture is from.
Now this next one is one that I think quite a few people may be unfamiliar with, and it is the original Clone Wars cartoon Yoda, and it's in that same style as like Samurai Jack.
Yeah, it's made by the same guy.
Yeah, and I think it's pretty like. It's a pretty
cool
good
Yoda.
Yeah.
Like, I like it.
It's a very fast-paced series, you know. It's very action-packed.
I mean, I really like this guy. Like, this is the kind of thing that, like, if I had a sticker of it, I'd probably, like, put it on something that I own or my wall or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Nope. Didn't work either. Well, that's not going to work.
that went on for too long.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of the looks in the 3D animated Clone Wars were kind of based off of some of the designs in this original one. Like, Yoda resemblance alone.
Yeah.
I'm going to probably agree with you there.
Yeah,
I'm going to put it between, because this guy,
the more
I keep
you
going
look
back
at
to this
and
guy.
seeing other Yodas, it's just
this guy is not Yoda.
This next one, I think, will be more familiar to people, is the Clone Wars that most people will be familiar with, the Yoda from that.
See, I'm not going to lie, I never loved this Yoda.
He's very round.
He's very chunky. You know, and I get that the animated Clone Wars is kind of a
stylistic
caricaturized kind of version of some of these guys.
I think I would put him like maybe between the other Clone Wars and this one.
Yeah.
And the Phantom Menace monstrosity.
Yeah, just because I like this 2D animated one.
Yeah,
just
and
like,
he looks very much like Yoda, you know?
Yeah.
I mentioned earlier that the many forms that Star Wars takes form in, and books was one of them. But since books, you can't really have a book. I'm not gonna bring out
books. Here's the word Yoda.
Yeah,
what do you picture?
How
do you rate
I'm not gonna bring up an excerpt describing him. So the next best thing, a comic book. I made sure to get the best one that I could find for you today.
Oh my god! Do you know that that's Yoda? What have you done? What have you done? What is this? Did you make that? What has happened here?
It's Yoda.
No, it's what? No, it's not. This is some ice cream cone that melted.
It's bigger Yoda.
What did you do?
That's Yoda.
No, it's not.
That's what that's from a comic book.
What?
That I found on the internet. This was the comic book Yoda that I could find. There's a couple options. This was the best one.
What?
I could find for you today.
No.
I thought you'd like this one.
It looks like the love child of Yoda and Jabba the Hutt. What have you done? What is even happening here? He's like a fat goblin. Where's his neck? He's got like rolls. Why? What? Look how fat. Like the back of his neck. The neck fat. What? The rolls on this guy. What a unit. Oh, I see. Chins for days. Are you sure this is Yoda and not some...
I mean, it came up when I was looking for comic book Yoda.
Oh my god.
There's
This is the greatest thing I've seen in a while. We're getting like a whole family of insane Yodas
I'll
here.
try and make that. That'll be the thumbnail.
family portrait.
It's a family portrait of Yodas. So back to the game.
This is Uncle Groda.
Where does he fall in this
like
Yoda?
I can't in good conscience put this guy anywhere but last. Like,
so not even bottom of your list right now. He's in 10th.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's way over here.
He's on over there.
This is not Yoda.
This one, I think, is one that is going to be near and dear to a lot of people's hearts. You in particular. The great himself, the noisemaker, Lego Yoda from Lego Star Wars
Lego
video
Yoda.
Games. If you're unfamiliar, you know his voice, you know his face, you know his name.
Man.
Do you remember in the Lego Star Wars games while you're thinking, am I crazy? I think there was a Revenge of the Sith Yoda that you could jump and you would float around in his chair. In the comments, let me know if I'm nuts, because I have a memory of being able to float around in Yoda's chair in Lego Star Wars.
I think I should go more off of
Whether you
personal
like them.
preference.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because otherwise, I'm just essentially putting Empire /
Yeah.
Jedi
You're right.
first
It is.
and
It
Jedi.
should
So
be.
It should be personal preference.
Your favorite Yodas
first and foremost.
Yeah.
So I might reconsider Groba here, because like,
well, just hold on.
as much as like Groba is this disgusting thing, he's like a legend. Like, this will live on for the rest of my days. Okay, we'll just remember Groba.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
then I'm gonna slot him in where you said.
Yeah.
It's gonna go.
Okay.
Revenge of the Sith.
While
Phantom
you're
Menace,
still kind of
then
in turmoil, I've got another one. This is kind of one that I was thinking this guy will be like a 0.5er, because he's not necessarily a full Yoda, but he is still a Yoda. And I present to you the Lego Clone Wars Yoda.
Oh, no.
Because I remembered him, and I'm like, man, this guy's crazy looking. And so I didn't know if you remembered him or if anyone remembered, so I thought I might bring him to the limelight.
I see. I'm just gonna put him after.
Yeah, okay, that's
Clone Wars
fair.
Yoda, just because it's like it's a plastic
and
approximation
it also can be like above, like
kinda above.
He's the 0.5 between.
Up there. I don't know. I actually I like the look about him.
All right. Next up, this is the 8th Yoda. I've had you avoid seeing him. I've actually got 2 pictures of him. I present to you the Yoda from Star Wars Rebels.
Oh, I have seen that before. I've seen that. Oh my gosh, I remember now.
And I don't know.
Oh man, what are you?
He's not that bad, but at the same time, it's pretty crazy. So while you're having that, I present you a picture of him with his mouth open.
Oh no! Oh, it's like his eyes just got farther apart all of a sudden.
I'm pretty sure to make this Yoda, they drew a circle and then stuck the ears and stuff on there.
Well, see, they were going for original trilogy.
Like,
it's just so different from anything.
Yeah.
it's like an uncanny valley of Yoda.
It is, and I almost
Because at
want to
least
put him
with-
with that guy.
No, but
though.
at least with Clone Wars animated
I almost
Yoda,
wanna put him on the same.
it's like a caricature.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
It's
and
very
so
true.
like, well, I've never really loved that
And
Yoda
he's
just because
that,
it's kind of
the 3D one's almost derivative of the 2D one, and so it's just kind of like
yeah.
how many connections to Yoda can
Yeah.
you make? Whereas this one just exists in a realm that just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. This is not pleasing to the eye.
It's true.
Hey, when you zoom in there, when you just
Oh
look
yeah,
his
when
face, that looks
exclusively
like
his face.
that
looks
looks
quite
just
good.
like this guy. That looks
That
just like
changes things a bit.
prequels
Yeah.
Yoda.
Interesting.
That's
maybe throw
weird.
that up for
Just
everyone.
just close in. No,
Yeah, exclusively his face.
I'm
Goodness.
seeing it in a whole new
in a
light
whole,
now.
Yeah, you're right.
I think they got too caught up trying to make it look like both of them. That it
Come
sort of
on.
ended up
The
looking like
face
nothing
meld,
at all.
Yeah,
It's just falling into this sort of an
it
uncanny
is a
valley.
weird land.
And so
And
just
now
based on
you get the sense of why I was just like, whoa! And
It's
all of a
messing
sudden
with
I'm
my
blasted
head.
with that.
it's messing with me because now
Yeah.
I'm like I'm starting to like it.
Kind of lean back and squint your eyes a bit. It could be the original puppet.
Yeah. I'm starting to like it more and more. Okay, you know what? I'm going to split the difference between what I'm feeling because like there's no way I can put him
Yeah.
high up, but I'm going to put him between 2D
Ooh,
Yoda
interesting.
and 3D
interesting.
Yoda.
Yeah,
Because
that's fair.
despite the shocking uncanny valley
Mhm.
of the whole ordeal, the more I looked at it, the more I came around.
Yeah, that's fair. Next,
All right.
original trilogy,
Uh,
Empire, Yoda, just classic.
you can't beat
You can't
classic.
beat it, you know?
can't
And
beat
that's the thing.
classic. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and put that guy
Yeah,
at the front,
Definitely
just
fair.
because,
I think
like,
so too.
it's Yoda, man. That's
That is
that's
the
the
Yoda.
Yoda.
Yeah.
And
That's the Yoda that every other Yoda tries to look
yeah, these CGI Yodas definitely have
like. Mhm.
a close place to my heart. But yeah, a major reshuffle may be in order here.
All right. And now finally, I present to you.
Oh no.
Oh no, sorry. That's a piece of poop. I'm sorry. I confused it.
How embarrassing.
How embarrassing. How embarrassing.
I must. Yeah. But all jokes aside, the Last Jedi Yoda. I hate it. I hate it. It looks like he got stung by a bunch of bees and then hit by a bus.
Yeah,
Like it's just not right.
it's not right. Yeah, I remember seeing that and
I was just like,
the
what
the weird mix
hell?
of the ghost effect plus the weird puppet choice.
Was it even a puppet?
It looked almost CGI. It looked almost
know.
like pencil drawn for a second.
Yeah.
It was very strange to look at.
In
When you
the
look at it
slightest.
really far away, it looks like it could be a drawing of
Yeah,
Yoda.
like if you kind of close your eyes and imagine Yoda, it looks like Yoda.
And now looking back at this Rebels one, I just hate it again. It's like when you're making a character in Skyrim and you think you're getting it right, and then you look at a
the
real
picture-
person,
yeah.
and then you realize how screwed up this
Yeah,
thing has
yeah,
become
exactly.
because you're looking at it and you think, you know, you've been looking at it for so long that must be how a human face looks. Then you look at a human face and it's like, what have I done?
What
Like
did
it's got
you-
cheekbones up to
Yeah.
here and like
Until-
a
until
Neanderthal
you're-
forehead.
Until the one day you crack the code and you make this perfect human face, then you look at someone and it's like that scene in Brother Bear when they're in the ice sculpture and then he
Yeah.
looks at that guy's all huge.
Yeah. Well, the fact is, I don't like it, and
No,
I'm gonna
neither.
restructure this whole thing.
Well, right now in your order, where are you gonna put that guy?
Here's my justification for what I'm about to do. When I see most of these Yodas, it's like, hey, that's an iteration of Yoda.
Mhm.
When I see these two, it just doesn't really work that way.
Yeah,
You know? So for that reason,
I'm out.
and because of Groba's handsomeness, I am gonna put him behind
Last
Groba.
behind Groba.
Just
All right.
because this puppet looks good.
It's a great looking puppet.
It's a great looking puppet. It doesn't necessarily look like Yoda, but it's a really good puppet. This
and
is
looking
a
at
not
him-
good puppet.
As it stands now, this is the order of the Yodas that Aidan has put them in as he was given them. I think we're probably gonna go like this, and then we'll come back and we'll show you the reshuffle. So, all right, we're here, and he's got with the final order for now. Oh,
So-
the final order.
So, I put Last Jedi Yoda in last.
Remember when he did that?
When he zapped? Okay. Yeah. In last, I have put The Last Jedi's Yoda. And I don't know if that's completely deserved.
I think it is.
It doesn't look right. It never
It's
has
just
looked
so
right.
It looks like if you were making a muffin that was supposed to be Yoda, except you put too much yeast in there or something, and you let your muffin sit in the oven too long, and it just puffed up way too much. It looks like he got repeatedly punched in the face.
I think the fact is that I like the other ones more than
Yeah,
it.
that's fair.
Then I've bumped the Rebels one down just because you can't look at that and not be unsettled.
Yeah.
Something that they've done is just not right with that guy. Then I put 3D Yoda
Okay.
with
Part
his Lego
hovering above.
counterpart kind of just around there.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I bumped the Phantom Menace puppet up just because it's a good puppet. Then the next one up, 2D Clone Wars Yoda.
He's a good design.
He's kind of, because he's caricaturized, out of Yoda.
Yeah.
And then the 3D one is a 3D version of that,
It
and so
feels
it's
like
just
it, at
it's
least.
kind of like
Yeah.
steps removed.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
kind of like it doesn't
Doesn't
completely
do it
add
for
up.
you.
And so then Lego Yoda, I couldn't really decide where to put that guy. It didn't feel right to bump him up or down,
No, yeah,
so he
that's
just
fair.
kind of exists right there in the
a
middle.
solid, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Then Phantom Menace CGI,
Mhm.
Attack of the Clones / Revenge of the Sith CGI,
Yeah.
then original Yoda puppet.
And I think it's safe to say that this guy won the day. Really.
Yeah, Groba ascended
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
We all have become one with Groba.
Yeah.
You,
And
you surprised me with a couple things on this list
Yeah,
here.
that was my goal.
Yeah.
There are many Yodas to be had in this world. None are quite like Groba. Groba is the Chungus of Yodas, some might say.
Yeah.
There's no one like him. Nobody like Groba. Yeah, so that's the final Yoda list for the day. Let us know if you like this video. Yeah, hopefully it turns out pretty good. The first one, we don't know how it turned out. We'll hopefully when this comes out, we'll know. But yeah, let us know. This is our shorter videos. If you think these are funny, share them around. Give people the word that these are entertaining things. Yeah. All hail Groba.
All hail Groba.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we should get a picture of Groba up.
It's surprisingly like good quality too. Like it was pretty big when we were looking on the iPad.
Yeah.
So like,
Whose idea was that? Like,
man, I don't know.
what a guy.
Let us know if you want Groba merch.
Yeah. Well, Groba wins the day.